There is no good or bad. Only thinking makes it so. My tire popped this morning. Okay, was I living that mantra? At first, I was not. Poor me, how can this happen? All the victim talk in my mind. Nope, that's not gonna serve me. How can I reframe this so that this is a positive instead of a negative? Well, the positive is, I found this beautiful spot to sit. €1.50 for a coffee. When does that ever happen in Helsinki? Amazing. Good things are happening because of this pop tire. I take my son to school on the bike all the time. It happened when it was just me. Hey, there's a positive. If it had a pop when he was with me, things could have been a lot worse. How can I find the positive in every situation? We can always reframe things to find the positive in it. And this is one of those situations, without question. I wish I had been filming at the time so you could have seen, I got angry at first, stopped, thought, took a breath. Okay, how can I see some positive in this? And I saw the positive, honestly. Here's an opportunity to grow. It's always in the difficulty, in the struggles, in the challenges, when we are given the opportunity to get a little bit better. It's not on the beautiful sunny days lying on the beach. Those are wonderful and we should celebrate those. But it's in the times of challenge, frustration, where we rise above it. Did I rise above it at first? I did not. I got there a little bit quicker than I have in the past though, to see the opportunity, to see the positive in it. What is that thing that happens to you today, that happened yesterday, that's gonna happen in the future, that you can almost see that's gonna come? The flat tire, the challenging coworker, the difficult test in school, whatever it might be. There's always an opportunity in that. Can we find it and see it? It's not easy, there's no doubt. I like the idea of, it's a Wayne Dyer quote, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So no matter what it is, if I reframe it, if I look at it in a different way, all of a sudden, I can see some sliver of light, some positive that I can direct my attention solely at. I think attention and focus are the most critical things that we can learn. It's a skill that can be taught and learned. We spend most of our day being distracted. Especially with today's modern technology, we are always distracted. Actually finding a way to learn how to bring my attention and my focus. So actually I learned to focus on things, but more importantly almost, it's like I get to decide what I focus on. I can focus on the negative. I can focus on poor me. How can this happen to me? I'm such a victim. A lot of people go about their entire lives like that. You don't have to. We can decide, no, I choose to focus on what's positive in this situation, even if it's so difficult to find if we look really hard, and we can train ourselves to do that. That's why meditation and prayer are really wonderful practices. Meditation to me is simply my mind wanders, I bring it back. My mind wanders, the mind is a thought-making machine. We are not our thoughts. Learning that blew me away. Understanding that voice in my head, those negative thoughts, those self-deprecating thoughts, I'm not good enough, strong enough, fast enough, those aren't me because I can witness them. So I notice, oh, how could this happen to me? Nope, that doesn't serve me. Life is happening for us, not to us. I think that's a Tony Robbins quote. That's a beauty. Everything is an opportunity. That's a beauty. That's the Canadian in me. Everything is a lesson. There's a lesson in everything. And if we can learn and take the lesson from it, we get a little bit better, a little stronger, a little faster than we were yesterday. Hallelujah. Life is good. It's not always easy. This personal development, personal growth stuff, it's not easy all the time. But to be truly conscious is a life well lived. To actually be present, I used to think, I got a bad memory. It's like, who wants to have a bad memory? That's your life. No, when we really pay attention to especially the things that are important, we want to remember those things. I have no idea how loud these things are in here, but hey, this setting was just too perfect. I had to. And it these little things of, okay, this morning I got jammed up. A challenge happened. My day had to take a detour. How can I embrace it? Okay, wow, finding a beautiful spot to sit. I just sat and tried to just be. I can think of meditation as there's always an opportunity to meditate in that every moment of our life can be a meditation. How am I paying attention to this? Can I just sit and be? Rather than human doings, can we actually be human beings? Just to be sometimes. I find that I even use my whole body, my hands and everything, and change my whole outlook on everything. Just decompresses. It's like, okay, how can I get the most out of this? How can I just be in this moment rather than feeling I have to do all the time? Certainly I'm all about taking action. Taking action helps to alleviate a lot of stress, overthinking, but there's a time and a place for taking action, time and a place for just being. Easier said than done, most of these things are. But we can plan ahead. That's sort of what the Stoics teach, is that planning for bad things isn't negative. It's actually preparing yourself for the flat tire, for the difficult person. When we prepare for these things, the technology could go wrong. What am I going to do in that situation? We're prepared for it. So when it happens, it's like, okay, this is reality. And I love that idea of acceptance of reality. It's not resignation. I don't just throw out my hands and, how can this be? No, this is the reality. Now what do I do from this place? And that's what I mean by being. I can just be in the moment, recognize it. Okay, this is what's actually happening. Not all the mental noise, not me adding layers onto it and putting my story onto it, making it more than it actually is. What is the actual reality of the situation? Now I know that, I accept it. Now I can try to affect change. Now I can move forward. So really this whole video is about, there really is no good or bad. I think that's in Hamlet. There is no good or bad, merely thinking makes it so. Our minds are so powerful, and we really direct our focus on the light, on the good that we can find. Everything becomes an opportunity, everything becomes a chance to learn and grow, and life takes on a whole new amazing experience. There's an amazing life to live. We can live way up here, we really can. It just takes small actions day in and day out to become so present, so conscious, we can see the beauty and the opportunities in everything. Have a great day. See you soon.